I'd never seen a collection like this. It's full of texture, complexities, enigmas, and playfulness.
Byron was an extraordinary soul.
This twinkle in his eye, you could tell he was just slightly mischievous.
When I first met Byron, I was at McKee Gallery. I'll never forget, he came walking in with Henry Hopkins, who was the director of SF MoMA at the time, along with a fantastic arts patron and fellow trustee, Phyllis Wattis. Byron bought this fantastic, evocative work without any hesitation, which was just typical of Byron in that sense of embracing a new artist and also had confidence in his eye.
Byron loved a little bit of outlandishness.
After his military service, Byron moved to New York to pursue the arts, to be a dancer and actor, but then he moved back to San Francisco.
He enjoyed life, and the art was absolutely integral to him, to his life.
He was so open to the new artists, the new ideas. What I remember so much about walking into Byron's fantastic home, you would have this cowboy, the beautiful Diebenkorn Albuquerque. Then there would be a Matthew Barney photograph. The way Byron did it effortlessly, it made perfect sense. Something I think was really important was the Jess translation.
You really have to see this painting. Just loaded with color throughout that just pops, pops, pops. Jess was a Bay Area artist who was gay, who lived with the prominent poet Robert Duncan.
It's a portrait from a photograph taken by George Herms of a dancer named Freddie Herco.
Very much part of the downtown New York art scene in the 60s.
He thrived in the ballet in New York City. He eventually became an integral part of the Judson Dance Theater and the avant-garde performing arts, but also became very self-destructive.
The story is that at some point he danced on top of a building in Greenwich Village, danced off the roof onto the street and died. Had it hanging on a column between these beautiful windows out with this incredible view. The views subsided as you looked at the painting. This was in Byron's apartment in his living room, kind of tucked in a corner, and you didn't notice it immediately. So when you did, it kind of stunned you.
Summer of 1990, Cady's exhibition was titled New West, Old West, and it was this massive installation. It was this very provocative and chaotic kind of thing. Byron goes and he buys this incredibly iconic work.
It's not the typical image of the cowboy, on horseback. With Cady Noland, she's always puncturing our stereotypes, puncturing our mythologies, making us look at what's under the surface of the things we think we know.
His collecting is very much influenced by this kind of open-mindedness, but also having a keen eye for quality. He zeroed in on the right thing at the right time.
I think this is one of George's greatest works. He's an exceptional draftsman, and this is just a compendium of every mark making that he masters. It's a perfect reflection of Byron's complexities and taste and interests. Usually he sat in front of it.
There was also a lovely humility about Byron. He gave generously. All the things that he had acquired, the opportunities that he'd had, in some way went back into the world.
He gave to the museum a number of extraordinary works, including Philip Guston, Flatlands, one of Guston's greatest paintings.
What that patronage does is it enriches a city, helping institutions thrive, whether it was the Whitney or SF MoMA or the San Francisco Ballet. He had this effortless generosity. He would often have curators come to his home and do a talk, bringing in younger collectors, artists, art historians. It's great to give a collection, wonderful to write a check, but it's those opportunities and actions that also helped contribute to institutions and communities in terms of art. Knowing Byron was very much in parallel with my coming of age in the art world. What I miss in particular is that kind of generation with an enormous amount of curiosity, intrepid travelers who looked to the world. We were all still on the cusp of discovery.
Byron was such an important member of the arts community in the Bay Area, a great legacy that will never be forgotten.
It was a privilege meeting such wonderful people, generous and warm and lots of fun, like Byron Meyer.